Just imagine, you're sitting in a plane, and suddenly every passenger turns out to be a cold-blooded killer who's after your life. That's exactly what happens in today's story. It begins with a man named Aaron, looking restless and in a hurry. The moment he reached his department, he ordered his staff to play a video immediately. On screen, they saw a massive explosion inside a factory. After digging deeper, Aaron discovered it was the work of a mysterious hacker known only as Ghost. Nobody knew Ghost's real identity. Even the CCTV footage was useless. Every shot avoided showing their face. The situation was spiraling out of control. Aaron angrily said, "This must end before Catherine arrives. She shouldn't get a hint about it." But when Catherine walked into the office, the first thing she did was demand an update. She quickly found out Ghost was in Bangkok. The same explosion had killed many of her team members, and she was furious. She asked which of their units was closest to Bangkok. Aaron replied, "We have a team in Singapore, but they'll take time to get there." Catherine thought to herself, Ghost would be traveling by air too, and she only had an hour to act. There was only one man who could handle this job, and he happened to be in Bangkok already. Cut to Bangkok. A young boy was sneaking toward a rickshaw, trying to steal from a man sleeping inside. That man was Lucas. He scared the boy away, lit a cigarette, and walked into a bar. The bartender offered coffee, but Lucas only drank alcohol, and only if it was free. Jokingly, he told her, "My organs are in perfect condition. When I die, sell them and you'll make a fortune." Just then, Lucas's phone rang. Seeing the name, his face changed. It was Catherine. He instantly hung up. She called again and again. Lucas rejected every call. But then the bar's landline rang. The bartender picked up, and it was Catherine demanding to speak to Lucas. Lucas exploded, shouting, "Why are you calling me? You ruined my life. I'm hiding here in Bangkok, still being hunted." But Catherine told him, "This is your one chance to fix everything. Trust me and I'll make it right." Before Lucas could answer, armed thugs stormed into the bar to kill him. Big mistake. Lucas took them all down with brutal efficiency and stormed out. Outside, he called Catherine back. "What do you want me to do?" She replied, "Catch a hacker named Ghost. His flight will be boarding in Bangkok soon. Bring him to me." Lucas asked, "And what's in it for me?" "Everything," she promised. "You can live your old life again. No more running." Reluctantly, Lucas agreed. Catherine told him to get to the airport, get on Ghost's flight, and identify him by a bullet wound he'd recently received. Lucas made it to the airport in disguise, boarded the Bangkok to San Francisco flight, and found himself seated next to an overly chatty man named Kyan, a self-proclaimed celebrity choreographer. Meanwhile, Catherine's team informed her that everyone on the flight was a hired killer after Ghost, but none knew what he looked like. On board, Kyan offered Lucas a drink. Moments later, Lucas's vision blurred. Kyan dragged him to the lavatory, convinced Lucas was Ghost, and tried to strangle him. Barely conscious, Lucas fought back, smashing Kyan's head into a metal fitting until he was dead. To counteract the drug, Lucas forced himself to vomit. Soon, two flight attendants, Isha and Royce, knocked on the door, worried. The plane's sky marshal arrived too, suspicious of Lucas. In a split-second move, Lucas disarmed him. The body of the real sky marshal was later discovered hidden in the cargo hold. The one Lucas met was a fake. Lucas began suspecting Isha. She was sweating unnaturally, a telltale sign of injury. Confronting her, he guessed she'd been shot. At first, she denied it, but when a hidden hitman attacked, Isha killed him effortlessly, revealing herself as the real Ghost. Not the man everyone had imagined. Isha didn't trust Lucas's intentions, but he convinced her that every other passenger wanted her dead, and only he could keep her alive. They agreed she'd keep pretending to be a regular flight attendant and report any suspicious behavior to him. But the flight was a war zone. Elite killers attacked in waves. Lucas fought a female assassin from the feared Triad gang, killing her with shards of glass. Isha poisoned another hitman via coffee. Corpses piled up. Meanwhile, Aaron privately confessed to Catherine that he had put a bounty on Ghost for a special device she carried, capable of hacking any system in under 30 seconds. He had even sent Lucas's picture to all the killers so they'd take him out first. Catherine shockingly agreed to split the spoils. Back on the plane, Isha revealed her past. An orphan from India, kidnapped and exploited by traffickers. Her exceptional hacking skills had been used for crime until she escaped and built the ultimate cyber device. Now, every criminal organization wanted it. Lucas eventually found himself dosed with toad venom, sending his body into a hyper-hallucinatory state. Fueled by insane energy, he butchered attackers left and right, even wielding a chainsaw when the plane's fuselage was torn open. The cockpit was overrun, pilots killed, and the plane spiraled toward disaster. In the chaos, one of Isha's allies died protecting her. Isha took the controls, trying to land on the ground. Catherine waited, calling Lucas to ask about Isha and the device. Lucas snapped, telling her he'd never help someone as selfish as her. The plane somehow landed. Later, Lucas awoke in a hospital, wounded but alive. Then gunfire. Killers stormed in, turning the place into a war zone. Isha found Lucas in the chaos, telling him, "The fight's not over. They're still coming for us." And with that, the story ends for now.